The diagram shows the eccentricities into the future. It is minimum at the 32.5 thousand years from now in a warm period with eccentricity equals 0.0039 and increasing. There will be an ice age at 130,000 years from now. 12,000 years from now the tilt cycle and the precession cycle will be at opposite ends. Eccentricity will be about 0.01153, which is almost circular, so the precession cycle may have less influence. Perihelion will be about 91.8 million miles while the aphelion about 93.9 million miles. The Earth in summer will be about 1.1 million miles closer to the Sun and in winter about 1.1 million miles farther away. The tilt cycle shows a cooling period, so the Earth will be in a potential ice age. There will be a green Sahara, so the Middle East would be cooler and not provide heat to offset the cooling polar regions. So the Earth will be cooler than normal. 26,000 years from now the tilt cycle will be in the warm period and the precession cycle in the cool period. Eccentricity will be about 0.003133, so the perihelion about 92.6 million miles while the aphelion about 93.2 million miles. The orbit will be almost circular, so the precession cycle will be negligible. The Earth in the short summer will be about 0.3 million miles closer to the Sun, while in the long winter about 0.3 million miles farther away. The climate will be in a warming trend by the tilt cycle. 32.5 thousand years from now the tilt cycle and the precession cycle almost meet. The eccentricity will be about 0.0029, so the orbit will be almost circular and precession cycle negligible. Perihelion will be about 92.6 million miles and the aphelion about 93.1 million miles. In summer the Earth will be about 0.27 million miles closer to the Sun and in winter about 0.27 million miles farther away. The Earth will be warm from the tilt cycle. There will be a green Sahara, so this will cool the Middle East, Sahara and the Mediterranean regions. 52,000 years from now both the tilt cycle and the precession cycle meet at the cool period. Eccentricity will be about 0.01025. Perihelion will be about 91.9 million miles and aphelion about 93.8 million miles. In summer the Earth will be about 0.95 million miles closer to the Sun and in winter about 0.96 million miles farther away. The precession cycles seems to be negligible. The tilt cycle is in a cooling trend and the Green Sahara will be cool, so the Earth could be cold. 12. 73.5 thousand years from now, the tilt cycle and the precession cycle will be quite close. The tilt cycle will be in the warm period. Eccentricity will be about 0.01454, so the perihelion will be about 91.5 million miles and the aphelion about 94.2 million miles. In summer, the Earth will be about 1.34 million miles closer to the Sun, and in winter about 1.36 million miles farther away. The Earth would be quite warm. There will be a Green Sahara, so the Middle East will be cooler. 13. 94,000 years from now, the tilt cycle will be in the cool period and the precession cycle in the warm period. Eccentricity will be about 0.01433, so the perihelion about 91.5 million miles and the aphelion about 94.2 million miles. In summer, the Earth will be about 1.34 million miles closer to the Sun, and in winter will be about 1.34 million miles farther away. The climate will be mixed. There will be a Green Sahara, so the Middle East will be cooler. 14. 114.5 thousand years from now, the tilt cycle will meet with the precession cycle. Both cycles will be in the warm period. Eccentricity will be about 0.01446, so the perihelion will be about 91.5 million miles and the aphelion about 94.2 million miles. In summer, the Earth will be about 1.3 million miles closer to the Sun, and in winter about 1.35 million miles farther away. The Earth will be warm. There will be a Green Sahara, so the Middle East will be cooler. 15. 135,000 years from now, both the tilt cycle and the precession cycle will meet in the cool period. Eccentricity will be about 0.02736, so the perihelion will be about 90.4 million miles and the aphelion about 95.4 million miles. In summer, the Earth will be about 2.5 million miles closer to the Sun, and in winter about 2.6 million miles farther away. There will likely be an ice age. There will be a Green Sahara, so a cool Middle East will not counteract the cold polar regions. The diagram shows the eccentricities during the Ice Age. It is maximum at the 104,000 years ago Ice Age period, with eccentricity equals 0.04145 and dropping. The mastodon bones found could be 130,000 years old, as there was a warm period at 130,000 years ago. Besides, the scientists estimated the bones to be around 150,000 to 100,000 years ago.